The following is a special presentation of the PDF Sports Network.
Hey, good morning. Way too early with Pat. What it do? What it do? It is July 13th. We're in the middle of the summer. We actually had some preseason football. We had some regular season football as the folks up north kicked off for the first time in 2 weeks after taking the 4th of July weekend off. So I want to say good morning to everybody, and as we do every week, y'all could hear me, yes? We had some beautiful, and a little bit of a roll call. Gonna tap everybody in real quick. Way too early with Pat, saying good morning to my folks, EFA folks, independent folks, Players Lounge up north. What up, what up? Hey, somebody up there could tap me in exactly what's happening with ACFL and NEFL. I'd like to go up there and check out a game. I'm heading up, I think August 1st to beat Mason in golf again. That's my annual tradition with my buddy Mason. Go up there, beat him in a round of golf. Have him, one time he actually threw his golf club into a lake, which was absolutely awesome. That's how bad I was beating him. So, what up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're only going to be like half hour or so max because we got baseball today. Thank you for everybody who supports. You have seen Anthony, his little highlights on my page as a American Semi-Pro. Boop, there you go. He's doing his travel baseball thing, so we're heading out to Connecticut today to check out some baseball. So it's cool. So definitely, I think next weekend is going to be the last weekend that I'm like around here doing the show from home base. Then we will get out there and have some fun on the road. Semi-pro. What up, Pennsylvania folks? What up? And again, for those that are outside of the range, New York, New Jersey, of course, all the way up to Boston and Maine, and all the way south to Delaware. That's the region I usually cover. However, good morning, good morning. Again, if you want to chime in and be like more of a correspondent and let us know what's going on in those particular leagues, absolutely would love to tap those guys in and check it out. So my Empire Football League guys, what's going on? That's the one that really stands out. The guys upstate New York. Definitely got to connect you guys a little bit better. Send some highlights and stuff. I definitely had a conversation with them last week, so we're definitely going to get them tapped in. Lockport's doing some awesome things, and the other teams up there that are it's a pretty interesting way that the way this year is turning out. The big dogs, the perennial big time names, I should say, are middle of the pack teams and are collecting and are collecting losses. So it begs the question, especially coming out of the spring, on whether it is better for us to have like the new guard, so to speak, with the names in and being part of nationals, or whether you would like to see maybe the need to bring back the tournament and get the perennials in the mix, even if they have a loss or two on their record. So we shall see. So that's one thing to take a look at. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. So let's go first with my activities yesterday. First thing I want to talk about is I went over to Cardinal Spellman High School in the Bronx. Big shout out to Shaheem Burnett, who's the interim head coach over there. He's you guys know him from you guys know him from Semi-Pro, and he's doing this thing over there. Let me get the graphic for you. Chris Manhertz, who is a Giants player. I know we're flipped on this thing, but whatever. Uh, he does this clinic for the kids aged 10 to 18. This is I think it was the third year, the fourth year they were doing it. I was able to meet Chris, who is a Cardinal Spellman alumni, and really cool guy, really engaging dude. And he actually brought a couple of his friends with him, and a couple of the other Giants players were out there. Big shout out Art Green, who's also a really good dude. He plays corner for the Giants. And running back Tyrone Tracy, he was also there. Very funny dude as well. Ended up again awesome special day to go out there and hang out with the kids. I jumped in and did some drills with the kids, coaching wise. Saw some of my PFL alumni, some Colts guys. Big shout out to the Bronx Colts guys, Bronx Colts alumni too. Bronx Buccaneers were out there heavy. For all those Bronx Buccaneers alumni, we see you out there. Bronx Bears were out there heavy. A couple other programs are out there as well. Again, great job across the board. And again, that's what it's about, especially for those youth programs. Tap into whenever there's a clinic going on. I know Cardinal Hayes ends up doing clinics. Spellman does clinics. Mount, not as much. Oh, there was Mount St. Michael guys that were there as well. But altogether, Brooklyn has the same thing. Whenever the high schools are doing something, go out and support. Great time. The next thing I want to talk about, I know some of you guys checked it out. Uh, the Savannah Bananas. I know a lot of you guys have seen this on television. Banana Ball. Tickets are very, very tough to get. Uh, the company that my wife owns is doing a luxury box for the uh, game that the Bananas have at Yankee Stadium. So it's a luxury suite. I know some of you guys saw the price tag on it. It's $350 a ticket. It includes food, drinks, and an open bar, and it's open bar Yankee Stadium style. So it's definitely the upper echelon, so to speak. So again, if you want to treat yourself to something a little bit, you know, bougie, whatever you want to call it, uh, tap in, message me, and I'll take care of you. So yeah, $350 ticket, and that was that. So let me check in to see who else is vibing today. What up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. See Drewski in the building. Oh, what up, Drewski? And Drewski, the three Bleezys had their Bleezy coverage. So I know you guys are used to the Thursday show. They're our version of Sports Center when it comes to the minor league football community. When it comes to the minor league community, they actually did a full broadcast, which was absolutely awesome for the New Jersey Gravediggers versus Brooklyn Seminoles game over at Kings Bay Field. First thing is, I know it's kind of out of the way, and traffic on the belt was traffic on the belt, but when it comes to semi-pro, special place in my heart. Kings Bay Field, it's like the Mecca. It is like the Madison Square Garden of minor league football. So for those of you that are on the outskirts, I know some of the guys were tapping in from the Midwest and places yonder or whatever, and they were making fun of the field. Like, hey, where are you guys playing at? It looks like the longest yard field because it has the backdrop, the wall, what have you, that abuts the water treatment facility. It's our dump. I don't even call it a dump, but it's our dump. You could call it a dump, but it's our dump, so you can't talk about our stuff. I'll talk about the smell there. I'll talk about well, the field is in amazing shape. I can't even talk about the field. It's the first time I've seen in a while where there was grass on the sidelines, on both sidelines. Mostly because spring ball wasn't played there this year, and the weather has been relatively cooperative. So, in that particular game, Gravediggers didn't really have a good showing. We kind of know better, so I'm not gonna react. Obviously, I'm gonna drop them in the rankings, but they showed up with 14 guys. You can't show up with 14 guys playing anybody on this level, period. But you definitely can't do it if you're playing the perennial national champions. You can't do that. Um, Forfeit. Well, yeah. So they weren't able to finish the game and only went till halftime. They showed up with 14 players. It's definitely a bad look. It's a bad look for the team. It's a bad look for the league. Uh, but again, we don't get many preseason games for a bunch of reasons that we probably need to eventually talk about. People protecting their records, people protecting their products, and really just trying to get the championship for the particular league, and then try to, at that particular point, just politic their way into a championship game, nationals, and not really play outside of that. Oh, Stitch, what up, Stitch? Mets tickets on the 30th, August 30th, it looks like. So 8:30, August 30th. Hit up Stitch, the Mets. So support Little League Baseball. You know, I'm a say support Little League Baseball, support the Mets. Although I can't count them too much because the Mets are now back in first place
Stop hating, boy.
after, yeah, my Phillies really dropped the ball yesterday. Quite literally dropped the ball against the Padres. So, but Stitch got some tickets. Mets tickets. He said 30 cash. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Oh, sorry, no, he didn't say 30 cash. He said he got some tickets for the 30th of August. Not sure what the price is on that, but hit him up for that information again. Savannah Bananas tickets, $350. But again, you know, I don't put out tickets often or whatever. I can do a brag real quick, can I?
Do
I
you
can
think?
brag real quick. Okay, I put enough work, right? So like I
So,
go to a lot of games, right? And it's mostly because of connections of who I married. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and pump fake like it's me. My wife is well connected when it comes to getting tickets for stuff or what have you. So when I go, good morning, what's up?
morning, Keith.
So
My
when,
son Keith was looking brolic. I'm about to go to the gym after this. I felt good seeing my son Keith looking
yeah, he
brolic.
definitely was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't do the whole like even when I get tickets if it's like general admission or like upper deck or whatever, I don't mess with it to tell you the truth because yeah, I'm just at that age where I'm crotchety. I really want to like, unless it's something like extra special, like a luxury box, or I'm on the field or something like that. And kind of been there, done that. I'm at that point in my life. So, but there are others that have more pedestrian tickets. Again, I don't want to sound too. Oh, fuck it. I'll sound bougie. Other people that have pedestrian type tickets that are affordable and such. Stitch has them for every now and again. Kadeem has them, you know, every now and again. So hit up those guys if you want to get something easier, you know, cheaper. Obviously, Major League Baseball and you know professional sports in general is not cheap, but for the more affordable tickets, those are the guys to hit up. They definitely get thrown tickets every now and again, and definitely want to take your kid out to the game and such. Those are the people who do it. With my situation, unless you're like putting in like Super Bowl type money or like extra experience type whatever, like once in a lifetime type stuff, then you know it's me. Because what I don't want to do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Drewski,
Talk
is
to
I
me.
don't want to sit there and not put it out to people like, oh, dudes is broke, so why would I
Nah,
even
bro.
bother type of thing?
It just
Because you
is
never
what it
know.
is in
Like
regards
people
to
put their stuff.
what you're selling. If you're selling Rolexes, you're gonna charge what you charge Rolexes. If you got a swatch costs what a swatch costs. That's it. If you're not looking for a Rolex, no problem. But it costs what
Indeed.
it
So there
costs.
are more. There are Rolex again. Nothing wrong with it because by the way, the Swatch will get it done,
I got
right?
my shit
So if
right
you're
here
just
with
trying
the
to get it
Z,
done,
Dragon
right?
Ball Z edition. You kidding me?
Nah, there you go. Okay. And I love again to each his own and provolone. You know what I mean? So it's not like. And by the way, when it comes to more pedestrian things, there are plenty of things that I do that are absolutely pedestrian. I just don't see value in you know going all glitzy and extra with or what have you. So this is just one of those situations again. So I know there was conversations about $350. Understand it may not be for you. Cool, no
What's the
problem.
vibe with that? I get like promos for that, but I don't actually know what it is. The Savannah Bananas. What do they do? What is it?
It's basically like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Okay, okay.
And they got a spot a couple of years ago on ESPN because they were like running out of business and like nobody really knew about them because they didn't have like any type of well they were mostly on social media but it hadn't really popped yet and when they got on ESPN everybody's like oh that's really cool because they are just so much fun and such that you know let's check it out so they just had this following all of a sudden and then freestyle baseball is the best way to call it
Okay.
and they ended up absolutely blowing up, and tickets were like on a lottery system. You couldn't find them anywhere. And then on the secondhand market, they're going for hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. Like a really really dope experience. They're selling out like stadiums. Like,
Shouts
and
to
keep in
Matt.
mind they started out as like little minor league baseball stadium in the middle of Savannah, Georgia, and now they're big time, selling out NFL stadiums, like converting it, and
Mm,
50, 60,000. They were at Fenway a couple weeks ago. My aunt went, like they were absolutely huge. The dance breaks are fierce. Yeah, they definitely are. So it's a bit of a cult following, and again, for luxury box at Yankee Stadium, it's usually a pretty good penny.
mm,
On top of it, Savannah Bananas, you get lower level ticket for $1,000 or what have you. So
mm.
it's definitely eventually it'll start to settle in. It's like the baseball version of Hamilton when it comes to the tickets. Remember when Hamilton first came
Yeah,
out and everybody was like,
crazy. Yeah. Oh my God.
crazy,
All right. I
crazy
get
with
it.
tickets. So
It was good to
so
hear
we were
you.
able to see some football yesterday. What were your thoughts on the Knowles game? I know I read your breakdown, so we definitely checked that out. But what was your breakdown of the game?
Um, like you said, I heard your soliloquy on the shitter. Um, it's the game. It was a good game. I'll talk about the game, but the atmosphere was fire, bro. Everybody was outside. Uh, you had like in this like atmosphere, in this like the game we play, everybody's like too good for this, bro. You had the competition out there scouting, enjoying the game, seeing what's going on. You had the competition confident on the in the stands, talking how they talk. Uh, the like you said with the grave diggers. When I first got there, like they had like 9 guys, bro. That was real scary. I was expecting to see them there with at least 25, 30 guys. I'm not gonna lie, just because how I rate the program. I still rate the
Mhm.
program because shout to the 14 or 13 that they did have. Um, like aside from doing young bonehead stuff, because they had a lot of unforced fumbles. They were doing like Savannah Banana stuff with the football, and
Yep.
I understand to a degree because you playing, with house money, but uh, so I'm not gonna judge them on that as much as I'm gonna take the positives. They had a couple real good drives. They got a few really really good players that'll be good on anybody's team. So whenever you have that
Mhm.
as a base, you got a real good starting point. So as long as they could come with their 25 players for the EFA, they should be cool. The nose. The nose, I ain't gonna lie, the nose looks scary, bro. The nose to me, like as an observer of the game, they looked a lot better than we last saw them in the LAL. I'll start there. Offensively, I feel like they have the usual firepower on the outside. Mike Lowry's back. He did what he did. They added Lance. They got Errol. They got this kid 13, number 19 that George brought down. Apparently, one of his kids from Brooklyn Tech. He's out of college now and all that, so he's out here running routes. So they got like a real sneaky, really strong receiving core. But like, I think the focal point of the offense is gonna be the running back core, bro. As much like mostly me, I was talking shit. I know Kev's my young boy, so you already know I think Kev's the best. You feel me? So like when the whole news
Indeed.
with the Kai shit came out, I'm thinking about traditional nose centered and ran around G block, where it's like, all right, G block passing, G block running. All right, hand off to the running back on the counter because they're waiting for G block. That wasn't what it was yesterday, and it's not because G block can't still do that, but it's like literally, bro. They gave Kevin the ball. His first run was like 15 yards. Um, then they brought Kyan two back with Kev and Kai, the 1-2-3, because you got G Block with the 12, then you got the 2 and the
Right.
3 on either. What are you doing with that? Nah, bro, because neither one of them are fullbacks. They're both undeniably running backs, right, bro? But their claw for running back is the same. They're both nasty. They both want to put their chin, put their helmet in a D tackle's chin strap. You feel me? So it's like when you got two guys like that and you're running the ball with both of them in the backfield, both of them are instant fullbacks because regardless of what, they looking for action. I'm gonna hit somebody. And you saw that yesterday. I saw on Kai's carry, Kev freaking did like
Yeah,
not
man.
a
There
double,
was,
but yeah, bro, like
Lord.
a
Yeah.
lot of
I will say this. I think this Knowles team, I can't believe I'm saying this, has more potential than I have seen in a while out of any Knowles team because they're locked in more. This is the most focused I've seen them in a while. The cockiness that comes with being a Knoll, it is what it is. Like we can kind of like or whatever get through that, but they're locked in. And I even told this to Tony afterwards. I'm like, it appears as though this group listens and just pays attention more than I've seen in a while. Like while, yeah.
I think that's
And that
in large part
if,
to as much as I again, maybe not we, but I was like busting Skip's balls about his recruiting, etc. Clearly, he was recruiting guys that are buying into the program concept because now Tony could talk his shit, coach players up, scream, curse, or do whatever else he got to do within the scheme of the game. And there was zero uprisings. There was zero reason for uprising, mind you, because of the score. But like again, Uncle Tony was doing Uncle Tony shit. I saw him in faces. I saw him doing all his usual coaching, and it wasn't met with any type of like backlash. There was no clash with it. It was just a coach and a
right.
player. So if they're
And it's
buying
week.
it that
It
way,
was week one. By the way, it
yeah,
was week one,
exactly. Yeah.
and the only week one type mistakes that you saw from the Knowles was routes being like busts on routes. And when
Mm.
you have G at quarterback, G's sitting there, and I was fortunate enough to be standing right behind G as he's doing this, right? Because we had the on-field camera,
That was for
and
that.
he like narrate. It's funny because he narrates you through the game. Like we really need to mic GL, we
Yeah,
really do,
bro.
because he's like, well, he just ran a busted route. Okay, you ain't supposed to do that. What do I got next? Okay, this guy's open. All right, I'm gonna hit him real quick, no problem. And then he comes back and looks at me. He's like, well, yeah, man, I don't know what he's doing. We're gonna fix that up though, no problem.
Shit
Week
like
one
that.
type stuff. But there was no like even the holding.
Yeah.
It was no out of the way like crazy type holding. Um, the refs were letting them play by and large, but when it comes to the sloppiness that comes with week one, you saw very little of that.
Yeah.
Very little of that. So partially because we had a really good spring, contrary to what some people will say, we had a very competitive spring. We had good football in the spring. We had very few mistakes, when it came to like sloppy football and such. So I think it was a good start. So
Definitely.
LAL season, I was talking about this before. Let me get your opinion on it. You know how the odds maker works when it comes to like the plus, 350 minus 150 of the occurrence of something happening. So I was talking to some of the guys afterwards. And I said, I'll put after seeing the Knowles. Keep in mind who's a legit who has a legit shot at the championship right now. Where you would say in the LAL, if this particular team wins, I wouldn't be shocked. You got the Bears. You got the Sharks, who are now they're pretty loaded too. Before we get too excited, right?
Mm.
You got the Knowles. The Knowles solidified that yesterday, and then the Pharaohs. So you got four legit.
And it's still
Uh-oh.
facts. I saw Ron Butler post something about the Silverbacks, and I think Nadir's still over there. And I heard Chris
Ooh.
Andrews is over there.
Ooh.
Yeah, so again, this is what I'm
Okay.
hearing. It's just what I'm hearing.
Now I'm not ready to add that yet,
All right,
right?
no
I'm not
problem.
ready to add that
I
yet,
am.
right?
I got 5. I'm not gonna violate
You
the
got
5.
5. Okay.
You
So
got
that
4.
means if your odds, if you remember how they used to have Tiger Woods versus the field, like Tiger Woods was whooping everybody's ass, so you could bet money that Tiger would win and you would like lose. Like for every you put $100 on Tiger to win against literally 50 dudes. And if it hit, you were winning like $5. Like that's how much Tiger was dominated. So Knowles versus the field to win the chip. I have that plus 350.
Okay. I don't
I got I
understand
got
all
I
that
got some
sports
pushback.
betting. I don't understand the sports betting, but I feel like the potential for the league to have no undefeated teams is relatively high, even with the
So
Knowles being as good as
you
they are.
you put $100 on the Knowles to win the chip. You're taking home 350.
Okay. All right. All right. That's good. That's beautiful. There you go. That's great math. That's great
Right?
math. That's great math. because it's like
Okay.
that on the field. Yeah, it's like that on the
Okay,
field.
gotcha. Now,
I agree with that. That's good. That's
some
good.
folks were arguing me like, "Yo, come on, you're disrespecting the Knowles." I'm like,
Nah, get
you
the fuck
can't
out
you
of here.
can't say that if
Nah.
there's 4 legits and you have 5 legits, right? So I was willing to kind of go to like 300 with it, like,
Nah,
okay,
five.
maybe 300, but you're at 5, so plus 350. Now, Knowles going undefeated, which in previous years, in previous
Was a lock.
leagues, including the spring, by the way. In spring, cats were like, yo,
Lock. It was a lock. It was a
it was a
lock.
lock. It was a lock, right? I have it at plus 550.
See, oh, so you just spoke to what I said a couple seconds ago. 100 to 550. That's a good, because, yeah, bro.
Right?
Shoo. Yeah, Pat.
So then when you talk about who has the best odds, yo, Keith, stop it. Ain't no plus 150 on that thing. So when you talk about the odds of teams winning, now who has the best odds? I think the Knowles have the best odds, right? Number 2,
That's where it gets real sticky, bro. You know
I
why?
have the
Every
I
time.
have the
Look, who you
I
got?
have the Pharaohs at number 2.
All right. I do too. But
Okay.
it's close. What do you have it at? I'm
I
getting the
have
concept now.
the Pharaohs winning at plus 400.
All right. That's cool. That's cool. I'll take that.
Right. Next up, who you have 3?
It's so difficult, bro. I gotta go Bears, bro. I
Ooh.
can't go. I can't go Bears. Last out of the 40 just won the ring, bro.
See,
And they
I
added
got,
hitters. They added
I
hitters.
got, I got the Sharks
I
at
know you got the
3.
Sharks. I
I,
know.
I, Bears. I'm sorry, love you, and I know I'm going to hear from the Bears later on. The only reason why I don't have the Bears even higher than the Pharaohs, and by the way, my next question to you is going to absolutely flip this conversation upside down, right? The only reason why I
Come
don't
through,
have the
Randy. Good
Bears
morning,
at
brother.
good morning. The only reason I don't have the Bears at number 3, or possibly even at number 2, is because the Bears, even though they were defending EFA champions last year, they were still not the hunted. They were still the
I need
hunted,
to hunt. I understand. That's real.
right?
Real.
You ain't sneaking up on nobody this year. You gonna get everybody's best game. Ain't you ain't sneaking by nothing. You're gonna get everybody's prime time showcase game. You're not gonna be a little, like it's gonna be like homecoming every single week,
I know, but they
right?
added Patty. They added Patty. They got
They did.
Castillo. They
They did.
got Noble. They got that
Yep.
kid. The my opinion, the biggest surprise.
Hmm.
Like just like I know the nice guys. I never saw that kid number 6 from the Lions before this year, and he fucking undeniably like he was a Pro Bowl player. You feel me?
Whoop.
Pro Bowl
Yes.
starter. So
Yes.
we say that now. You're gonna have him. You're gonna have DeJory, and you're gonna
Hmm.
have Booby. That's 3.
Sorry, not to cut you, by the way, but again, I know you got into a conversation about AAA versus AA football, right, on another venue during the spring. You're naming a lot of names that we saw in the spring. So for somebody or anybody from 200 plus miles away to say that spring was AA football, I'm hearing the same names. The only name that I've heard on this broadcast that I did not see in the spring was G. And although he is Superman, all respect due, um, come on, bro. But
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, bro. All right, we going through your list, and I'm talking to you about your list. My
Right.
list is right. All right, the nose get the slight, the 1 to 350. I'll give you that. But everybody else after is like 1 to 400, 1 to 400, 1 to 400, 1 to 400. Because for me, bro, it's so close, bro. Like I'm almost positive we won't have an undefeated team because of it, even the nose. You feel me? But like, bro, because like me saying what I'm saying about the Bears and talking them up is not in any way to disrespect what the Sharks added also. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like I know what you're saying with the Sharks,
Right.
bro. But yeah, I talk your shit though, Pat. My fault. Like I
All
said,
right.
for me, 1 through 4 is pick 'em, and then 5 is the Silverbacks, right on everybody's ass.
Right. So I got Knowles, Pharaohs, Sharks, Bears, right? And everybody else has some like a little bit of movement. Now here's the big question. This is what's gonna make those 4 shake, or even the 5 shake out the way it is. Tell me the worst matchup wise for each of those teams. So the Knowles, who out of the rest of the field are they more likely to catch their first L from?
Pharaohs, no question.
There you go. I had the same
Pharaohs
thing.
got the best air raid in the league right now, bro. If Reem is back healthy, because Reem played hurt. Joey, what's good, Poppy? Good morning. Reem played hurt last year. He didn't tell nobody. He told me, but I knew from like week 2, let's say week 3, he was fucked up, messed up. I don't want to mess with the ratings on the algorithm. And he, you know, because he's the leader, he's the man, ego, all that shit. He thugged it, but he's healthy now, and they got Mims, they got friggin' that boy Henry back. For my money, bro, those are the 2 best receivers. Period.
Yo.
Joey. But you gotta put this is not the loud show, bro. The loud show is me and Steph.
Nah. I know. Chill. I'm calm. I just had to make sure niggas hear me.
So we got 5 minutes left, and then I got to do the rundown of the New England scores. My apologies to my New England guys. I'll show you much more love. Pause. Next week's show.
Now we go live. I'm linking Steph right after. We talking all day. It's football, baby. Football's back. But let's keep going. Let's not lose it.
So the Knowles' toughest matchup is the Pharaohs. I would absolutely.
I like how their DBs looked yesterday, but we didn't get to see them in coverage. They got a bunch of bangers. That's cool. But Mims and Henry not gonna let you get on them. You gotta cover those guys. So we got
Kev, I'm playing D tackle the whole game. My bad, y'all. Kev said don't play D tackle nose game. Hell no, I'm playing D tackle the whole game.
Big Baby Joe's back on the Pharaohs, if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I'm a Pharaoh, man.
Okay.
Pharaohs in 3.
Why am I seeing a picture of you in a Knowles outfit on your? You gotta
chill. That gets changed.
That's wild. Okay, so next thing, because again, I got to keep pace because I got to get out to this baseball game. So the Pharaohs' worst matchup, in my opinion, is the Bears.
Me too. I agree.
They always struggle with the Bears.
Yo, Pat, you know what's crazy? Not saying too much, but no bullshit. I was having a talk with a few of my teammates, and we was talking about the season. I'm like, not for nothing, boy. The only niggas we gotta worry about is the Bears.
The Bears.
But in my opinion, they're just the most technical sound football, and like they respect the game. I'm not gonna lie, technically sound, and they really respect the game to the T, where they listen to their coaches and trust the coaches.
The Bears probably have the worst roster, but they're the most technically sound.
Nah, they don't have the worst roster.
But again, keep in mind, Drewski, even before the upset last year, the Bears came close with the Pharaohs a bunch of times. It wasn't like blowout central. Keep in mind, they were a Mims, punt return for a touchdown away from.
Yeah, that's how we won. That's how we got to the chip. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so the Bears have always given the Pharaohs problems. So that's the interesting part of it. So now you got the Knowles, the Pharaohs, third, the Sharks. So who gives the Sharks the most problems?
The Knowles. Knowles fuck the Sharks up all the time. How we high, Scum?
Whoa. We can't say that. Though. We cannot say that.
Who gives the more problems than the Knowles? Or the Silverbacks? The Silverbacks.
I'm not gonna lie, but as history repeats, we beat them 36-33. Well, we like past tense, I'm saying, and then we fluked the bet in the chip 36-6. So you can't tell me the Sharks. And I'm saying you got to rule it off of fuck 5. Look, I'm saying fuck 5 years ago, fuck 4 years ago.
Oh, it's a family show, my guy. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. After that, but I'm saying as far as the ratings compare, I'm talking about as far as like last season, like the LAL, because remember the Knowles ain't go to the LAL last season. So that last season, we took an L and didn't go back. So it's like you gotta understand the Sharks really did some damage, bro.
I would agree. What's the toughest matchup for the Bears?
Toughest match for the Bears?
The Pharaohs.
Nah, hell no. The Knowles.
No, it can't possibly be. That doesn't make sense.
I was fucking with you. I was fucking with you, Matt.
I would say the Bears' toughest matchup is the Sharks, to tell you the truth. Because the Bears will wait for you to make mistakes based on you trying to blow a team out. And the Sharks are going to be more technically sound. So that's going to
Okay,
be
I
a
get what
tough
you say.
matchup.
Yeah,
I
the
agree with
Sharks.
that.
Yeah, you're right. The Sharks and the
Especially
Bears is like two
because
technically sound teams. Yeah.
Coach Chris ready to have a fight. Coach Chris ready to everything. He ready for the nose, boy. He got that nose game circle. You heard?
Yeah, but
If
that's the
he see
thing.
the Bears,
That's
he's
the thing. You want the
gonna miss
nose
that.
so much that don't fuck your season up for one team, bro.
I know, bro, but I don't. Yo, but we just finished saying they very technically sound, and they got one
Yeah,
seed.
but
They
yeah,
not.
but
I don't think they're gonna fuck up. They might
sometimes
lose a couple
arrogance.
games, bro. They might end
Of
up going
course.
6-2. They might be 5-3. But watch them in the playoffs the same way like last year, bro.
I
Yo, we
feel
about to
you.
get
All
Patty.
right.
Yo, we
So
got the next round. I'm about to get into him with Steph. We're gonna get this going. Patty not gonna
got
get
it.
killed
You
by
know
the
what?
boss.
Absolutely. So now here you call the boss, right? So we got ECFL matchups, right? So ECFL scores from yesterday. Valley Generals beat the dog piss out of the Lightning 42-0. The Northeast Bulls beat the Tri-State Bruins. So the Bruins, after starting off 2-0, have now dropped to 2-2. They got beat 30-0. And then the Troy City Titans beat the Rhody Ravens 14-7. So as it stands right now, the top dogs in the ECFL, which again has shrunk. I know Jim Harmon has
My dog.
not been very public in his commentary. Oh, puppy! Harmon hasn't been public with his commentary about what has happened from 20 some odd teams down to 7 teams, but par for the course for that guy. Valley Generals 3-0, Northeast Bulls 3-1, and then Troy City's at 2-1, and it goes down from there. The NEFL, and I will post this up so everybody can take a look. NEFL now is the largest league in the area. The scores from yesterday: Raptors beat the Riptide 14-8. Bombers beat the GSD, the Grand State Destroyers, 46-0. Middleborough Cobras, 35-6 over the Mill City Eagles. Boston Bandits bounced back 36-6 over Glens Falls Green Jackets. Haverhill Hitmen, who are playing hot right now, beat the Longhorns of Middlesex County 42-21. Mass Warriors dropped one to the Windsor Flyers. The Flyers are doing pretty good. And in the last game, the new London County Silverbacks beat the Metro West Golden Badgers 20-8. And then today there's a 2 o'clock game. The New England Black Panthers playing the Vermont Ravens. So that's that. In the AAA conference, the New England Bombers are 4-0. Middleborough is 3-1 at the top of those standings. In AA, Windsor Flyers are 4-0. And in single A, Riptide 2-0, Black Panthers 1-0.
All right. I don't know any of
And
those guys, but shouts to all of them.
that's the new one. So
Yo,
I'm
good
I'm
luck
I'm gonna
today,
get
champ.
some.
3 for 3,
Yeah.
2 RBIs. I need it. Your son's behind you.
Drew just said good luck today. What are we gonna do today? Hard work. Oh, really? This week?
Well, he's locked in. How many games? How many games he got today? 1 or 2?
Doubleheader, baby.
Double header. Oh, so we need at least we need like 5
Yeah,
or
no,
6
camera.
hits. 5 or 6 hits. At least 3 RBIs. If you pitching, I need at least 6 innings pitched and 7 punch outs.
What
That's it. Get busy, champ.
do you say?
I never been to one of your games, but I watch all your games because of your dad.
There you go.
You already.
Indeed, and that's why I'm not coaching semi-pro football anymore. In a nutshell.
That's
So,
all. 2
all
Hefe show
right.
loaded
So
up. Let me get in tune with
wake
Steph.
up, Steph.
That's it.
Time to tap in.
Later, bro. Have a good one.
Will do, sir. For another edition of Way Too Early with Pat. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy your day. I'm off to baseball. Later.